Good morning, this is Peter Mott with Oakland County Community Mental Health, and I'm just doing a real quick video here to show how to use this substance use disorder administrative monitoring tool that is created with SmartSheets. Just a little preview with this. We started first off with, producing paper manuals for auditors through binders, which was totally inefficient, very costly. And then we started to go with preparing them electronic on a DVD, although this was very timely because of producing all the documents and then creating and burning the DVD. And then you only had one shot to get it right. You did the DVD and you sent it out. If there were any corrections, additions, or changes, you had to go through the whole process again and update it. We then went to electronic, creating websites for electronic audits where we'd put up all the proof documents and usually a table of contents for the auditor. And this was good, except for this was non-interactive. The auditor on the other side, or the people reviewing the documents, couldn't interact in a collaborative way with the content and or with the people that created the content or ask questions as easily. So SmartSheets is actually a collaborative tool for doing an audit. SmartSheets actually came to us as a tool to be used in the information support department for project management, but we've now been using it with our auditors and with our provider agencies outside of our company to do audits. It came through because our executive director was saying that we were going to be doing more auditing with less people, less resources, and less dollars. So we had to do it differently so that we could do it more efficiently and quicker and more accurately. And so that's where SmartSheets was born, a way that we could create the audit, have people populate the audit, be collaborative with the audit, and all the information, all the documents, all the proofs, and all of that discussion and collaboration would be inside the tool, and it would all be web-based, so people could do audits in the field from home on any tool that they have. They have SmartSheets for phones, they have it for Androids, they have it for iPad, works on Windows, works on Mac. It's web-based, so people don't have to be in the office, and we can interact with people outside of our agency by inviting them to a SmartSheet. So you were invited to a SmartSheet that we shared with you. You would have gotten an email invite. You would log in with your email address for your company, and you would create your own password and security question, and that would let you in. So assuming that you've got that far, when you click on the link in the email, this is what will come up, and you will be inside this substance use disorder administrative monitoring SmartSheet. It looks very much like a project management plan, or more similar to like an Excel spreadsheet with rows and columns. But some of the unique differences is that we can all be in it actually all at the same time from our different devices in different locations. And the interactive part is, for each row that's up here on the paper clip, this is where all the proof documents are. So in your particular audit, if this is the contracting requirement that's here, all of the proof documents are attached here. So you can click on any one of these documents and it will automatically come up, and you can view the document, and if you wish to download it, you can hit the save icon right here, and that automatically would download it. If you also want, you can also click, and then you could go to actions and you could download all 4 selected files. So if you wanted to actually have all 4 of those items on your computer for further review or printing or whatever you want, you can select all the items in this one and download it. So you can download the items for a particular thing. There's also an attachment down here, and this is why we said making a copy would be extremely difficult because of the size of these things. Now, there's actually 225 different attachments that make up this audit. So the SmartSheet is the index, but there's 225 different documents. So you can select all the different documents and then choose to download them. However, that would really take a long time, and then they wouldn't really be indexed. So basically this creates the index. So if I'm looking at any particular section in here, I can click the paper clip, and here are all the supporting documents for this. Now when we do this with our providers, a lot of times we will actually have them provide the proof documents to meet the specification. So in that case, when we're auditing them, they actually go in and attach the proof documents that meet this standard. But in this case, they've all been done for you. But it does allow us, if you want further proofs, we can automatically go in and attach more proofs, and then you would get a notification. You can go in and look at the proof. So This is the index. These are all the attachments. Now the item next door over here is discussion, because this is the collaborative part. So this is where anybody that's on the team, anybody that I've shared this document with, we can ask questions. So you can put in a comment here, and then all of my team members that are involved in this audit will get a notification that you have a question, and then we in turn can go ahead and answer the question inside the SmartSheet. So that documents all the collaboration. You know, what were the questions? Why was this not clear? What other documents need to be attached, or further questions or proofs? So it keeps all of the collaboration inside the sheet instead of in emails, because emails are disjointed. So that is the basic functions. For asking questions, you can use discussions, which will create discussion threads. Now, comments and finding, Christine was asking, I guess, that if you have those, you can populate this box and type in here, and that also will alert us of any changes, and then we can go back in and answer your questions, of which we would probably want to do them through like the discussion, so that it's documented that question was asked and question was answered, and it would be date time stamped. That's the basics of the SmartSheet. The one other thing is, the SmartSheet goes up and down like this. If you want to actually look at this index or have a copy of that, you can go over here where the download is, and you can export it to Excel or PDF or to a Google spreadsheet. When you do that export, though, you won't get all of the 225 attachments. You would just get an Excel file that would actually have, you know, this grid in it, but you wouldn't actually have the 225 attachments. So it's a combination of the index and the attachments down below. And so this keeps it all together. Let me see if there's anything else. Printing it, you can print, or you can so if you want to print, you can print a copy of this. Again, you can download it into Excel. The other issues down here is sharing. This shows who is actually on the project team and what their level of access is. So you're down here. The alerts item is usually something that we use internally, so we can set up an alert that basically says, I want all shared members to get an email when anything changes once a day on this. So if anybody adds an item or subtracts an item or asks a question, all the team members will get a notification and email that something has changed on the sheet, and they can respond to it. So that's how it does its automatic alerting. Again, this was attachments. This shows all the discussions. Update row request, sometimes if like we have a question on a particular item and we need a subject matter expert to answer that question, we can right click on the row and we can send an update request. They'll send an email to somebody with the link right into this SmartSheet, right into this item, and say, I need a further proof, I need a further explanation, or I have a question about this event, this row, this task. And then they can go in and actually edit that and add the answer to it, or in the discussion notes, or add a proof document. So again, this was designed from a project manager standpoint, so it allows you to take a particular row or a task and get feedback from people and have them update your sheet. Again, keeping everything centralized and all in one place, all the discussions, all the documents, and all the comments. And so that's basically what it is. And then when the audit is done, or if it is something you want to share publicly, you can publish these, so they can be published out to an internet website so that the content is viewable by anybody on the planet in a view-only fashion. So in some cases, a work plan could be published for the community, or published for an internal website. So that's basically SmartSheets. In a nutshell, again, I would like to do a WebEx with you if you have any questions, and you could take a look at it.